in which we were able to judge the quality. Now, we had a scale of 1 to 4, which pretty much judging from 1, it was the poorest, from 4 to the best, and we had a different number of categories, which included the color of the fruit or vegetable, the size, freshness, and of course, whether we see bruises, and of course the ripeness. There was a great disparity between the quality of produce that was found in Union Square and supermarkets. We actually went to supermarkets and we tasted some of the food that was there. I actually bought a sandwich there. Really good. At the supermarket, we went to the D'Agostino's on 10th Street, and the food was pretty good. I mean, comparison to the other supermarkets we had went to, normally there was a big difference between the farmer's market that we had went to and then the supermarket. And Union Square happened to be almost as if that the level of disparity was not really a big difference. That's what we also understood. And as a result of that, we concluded that people of Union Square, sometimes you may want to say in the area, they may have a more healthy lifestyle than people of different areas that we had went to previously, which was Inwood, Washington Heights, and 135th and Lenox. Here is pretty much, we took using our 1 to 4 scale based on, again, color, size, freshness, and bruises, and ripeness, we see the quality of fruits and the quality of vegetables. We took pretty much some common and basic things, and pretty much these numbers represent the average of what we had recorded down when we had separated into groups between people who went to the farmer's market and the supermarket. And as you can see, at Union Square, something to point out is that here is the average of the quality of fruits, which was 3.06. And you see how the blue, darker blue legend represents the farmer's market. But the ironic thing that represents was when we actually did the whole tally up, we found that the average of the supermarket, the quality was much better, as well, and vegetables as well. So that was something to really notice and something that really took our eye. As you can see, 175th Street, the quality of vegetables was considerably low compared to the vegetables that we had also seen.
So part of a healthy lifestyle, one part of it is eating healthy, and then the other part of it is also doing physical activity and exercise. So that's like one of the limitations of the study. We can't look at the lack of exercise of the people who shop at the farmers market and supermarkets. So if members of the East and Central Harlem population, after their eating habits, engage in no physical activity, then we will have limited results. It doesn't show exactly the correct results. So basically, a healthy eating habit doesn't prevent individuals from gaining weight. They have to exercise regularly. And this is just the percent of adults in Inwood and Washington Heights that get no physical activity, and 1 in 6 are obese.
And here are some other results that we have. We see that percent high school students, and percent of high school students, and we also see the percent of adults. You see the big, it's not too much of a disparity except when it comes to the 57% of teens that watch TV 3 or more hours a day, and 57, which is an average number 57, and we see who do not walk or bike at least 10 blocks to work, which remains for adults. This is some of our future. Our research includes, one of the things that we really want to do is, as we want to conduct surveys, and these surveys will give a better idea of the personal consumer. We really want to, really examine these neighborhoods because they're very important to us. And obesity is such an important subject in today's world because, you have so many people, that are going through this problem, and it's really hard, and it needs to be researched a little bit more. Eventually, what we want to do is, in terms of dream aspect, we really want to incorporate the whole farmers market and food market together. And as a result, we can have, instead of having supermarkets where, even though supermarkets provide fruits and vegetables yearly, and they have a bit more consistency than farmers markets. We want to incorporate the quality of the farmers market into the supermarket more so everything could be more healthy and more nutritious for people. Here are our references, and here are acknowledgments. We like to thank our mentor Stephanie, our co-mentor Amina Katz, our Dr. Sash, ATS, and of course you guys, the audience.
So any questions?
When you were discussing the results, you said that in the Union Square area, there were people from outside the area. Did you study them also?
Yeah. We noticed, after showing some of the other charts, we showed that even though there were more people Union Square was represented as the Lower East Side. Even though we've seen a great percentage of Caucasians as the majority, it did not compare to other areas such as Inwood and Washington Heights and since Harlem, where people of the neighborhood were there, and you saw that was the majority. Even though Caucasian was the majority, everyone from all types of different neighborhoods, whether from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, whether you're from outside of the country or from any other state, we noticed that there was a more variety of different looking people. So that was the big thing, and we also did that as well. Any other questions?
The entire demographic studies that you did, was that from a reference, or did you actually try to research who did the exercise and question?
Actually, that had to be both. It was actually part of our research and reference. We could not at the time get an accurate result ourselves when it came to demographic population because it was just, it was too many people. A very large amount of people, and we wouldn't really get a really control group of surveyed people who, we can really test out the demographics and see where everything lines up.
There are several parts to this project, and we're just at the first basic step right now. We're looking at the quality and the prices of the food products at farmers markets and supermarkets. Later on, we're going to do surveys, and we're going to do mapping of obesity and all that.
If you go back to your results slide, on the slide you have that the local supermarket had a large variety of produce, but then when you were talking, you said that the farmers market had a large variety, and you couldn't find certain fruits and vegetables. Which one is that?
Say it again? I didn't hear your question.
Okay, on the slide, you said that the supermarket had a better variety of food, right? Of produce. But then when you were talking, you said that they didn't have most of the produce. That the farmers market had most of the produce, right? So I'm asking, which one is valid? What you said or what you have on the slide?
What I was trying to interpret was pretty much supermarkets are always better with consistency. So we would sometimes go to a supermarket. We may find certain things, that were not in season, but would be there at the supermarket, whether they were of good quality or good price, of good price, period. In the farmer's market, we did not find everything, but you found more of the rarer items, such as herbs that I had mentioned before, that sometimes you just would not find in a lot of the local supermarkets that we had. And which they, of course, they have better quality, which is the bigger thing that we focused on, was the quality, the freshness, the size, the color, how it looked, and how it appealed to us. So that was one of the bigger focus issues.
Thank you.
Sure.